Okay, before we start this review, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has been liking my review slash commenting, because it tells me that people are actually watching this and they actually like my reviews. So it gives me the motivation to keep making my K-drama reviews. So thank you to everyone who has left a comment or has ever liked my K-drama review. You rock! Now let's go! Hey everyone, how are y'all doing? My name is Deborah and I'm here to review episode 4 of Pinocchio. So as all my K-drama reviews go, I'm gonna start with my favorite scenes and then go to my least favorite scenes and then tell you what I thought about the whole drama as a whole. My number one favorite scene of this week was definitely the makeover. Oh my freaking goodness, that makeover was like the dopest thing ever. And you know how in K-dramas, it's usually the girl that gets a makeover, but this was really different and it was really unique and it was pretty interesting seeing a guy getting the makeover this time. So that just made it even more interesting, and his look after the makeover, oh my freaking goodness, it was so hot. So yep, the makeover was definitely my number one favorite scene this week. My number two favorite scene this week was definitely in the final scene when Park Shin-hye found out that she was in love, or she likes her uncle Daopo at Lee Jung-suk, and I just love that scene because when she was trying to deny it, she's like, when the guy asked her, oh, you must love your uncle, and then she's like, Annie, and then she hiccuped. Then she's like, oh my goodness, no, I can't love him, and her whole reaction was so cute and so hilarious, and I just love how they just handled that whole scene, which I'm gonna talk about in the ending, but I just thought it was really cute, and I'm like, oh my freaking goodness, finally. So I really liked that scene. Now let's go to my number 3 favorite scene this week. My number 3 favorite scene this week was definitely when the granddad told Dalpo how he already knows that he's not his son, and he knew a year after Dalpo actually came, which doesn't go along with what we thought, because we thought he found out when he read that stuff of Dalpo's intelligence, but apparently he knew earlier, but maybe that was when he found out just how intelligent Dalpo was, which I found pretty interesting, and it was the most touching, sweet, sad, beautiful scene ever, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, Harabuchi, I want to give you a hug. So I really like that scene. My 4th favorite scene this week was definitely at the scene where they were having the whole interview, and the second male lead and Lee Jung-suk tried to help her out, and how Lee Jung-suk was all trying to block his view from seeing in her. I'm like, oh my goodness, y'all so cute though and stuff. So I really like that scene. Now let's go to my least favorite scenes of this week. My number 1 least favorite scene, oh my freaking goodness, was when they found out about the dad's death. Number 1, when the brother found out about the dad's death, it was like they took out my heart from my body. It was so sad and it was so heartbreaking just seeing him kneel down and cry. Oh, even thinking of it right now, oh, it was just so sad. Then my next, obviously, least favorite scene was when Dalpo also found out, and it was so sad because Dalpo found out in such a place. He was in a fix. It was like he was trapped, and he was trapped in this place that, not specific place, but in a media house, and it was the media that made his mom leave and turned his family and into this bad group of people and named his dad all kind of names and stuff and ruined his family, and now he's in the media house and stuff, and there's nothing he could do. He was trying to help someone, he was trying to interview, and then they just dropped this bomb on him that his dad is actually dead and everything had been a lie. Oh my freaking goodness. That scene, I couldn't handle that scene. That scene was just too intense. Oh my freaking goodness. My next least favorite scene, I won't talk about the argument yet till I go to the ending, but my next least favorite scene was definitely when Dalpo was talking with Park Shin-hye's dad. I felt Dalpo should have shut up. I was just like, oh my freaking goodness, someone shut him up, because I think this guy is about to give you permission to date his daughter. Shut up, don't talk, oh my goodness, let him speak. So yeah, that's what I didn't like about that scene. Now let's go to what I thought about the whole drama as a whole. Oh my freaking goodness, I loved this week and I hated this week. You know how I said they take us happy and then bring us down and then take us happy again? They did the same thing this week, which has been really consistent, and I'm loving it so far. I like how, like I said, they're not keeping so many secrets and they're just putting it all out there real fast, so it builds up more things and it builds up the revenge that is about to come. So number one, I definitely loved how they found out about the dad's death, and we also found out, so we're not guessing and guessing and guessing for the half of the whole drama and stuff. So I like how they just told us immediately that the dad's dead and stuff, but I didn't like how he found out. That was the worst thing ever. Now let's go to the argument. Am I the only one that didn't know what side to take? I was just like, oh my freaking goodness. I was waiting for the argument that was gonna like make me move to one side, but I understood Dalpo's pain. Like, he just found out about his dad and she was just saying what she was saying and he had to react that way. And she doesn't know about the dad. She sees things black and white. It's just like her hiccups, which is a good signifier of her theory and her morals on truth, because once she hiccups, her whole life she's used to her hiccups prove if something's the truth or it's a lie. So obviously she sees everything as black and white, so she approached this case as the same way, and she doesn't realize that sometimes you can hide the truth and things are not always black and white. So how she reacted, I totally got her and I totally got him, and I just sat down and I was just like, oh my goodness, I can't take any side because I totally understand both sides and this sucks so much, and I just like, oh my goodness, I really don't know what to do. So if you were also at your wit's end and you really didn't know what to do and you didn't know which side to take, leave a comment down below and tell me how you felt about that scene. But that scene was so deep. But one thing I love about the aftermath of that scene is that when she finally left that room, normal K-drama girls will start crying, oh my goodness, he did that to me, can you imagine, oh poor me, pity me, I am so sad, I am the worst person ever, etc etc. But I love how it clicked to her immediately that, hey, this is an argument, this was a debate, so obviously we're meant to argue about this and stuff. And she immediately realized that the reason why she's so sad about the outcome is because she expected him to be on her side, and she quickly realized that she liked him. So I just thought that was a beautiful way for everything to just click, how the writer did everything, and it just came boom 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 boom, and everything just clicked real fast for her. Was really really good and really really cool. So I really love that. I love how they're not making her to be this extremely pitiful character that can't do anything for herself and stuff. So I really 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 like that about this drama and that part of the drama. Something else that I loved about the drama this week was definitely the dad. The theory of how dads see us as the most precious people ever, they're princesses, etc etc, but some of us aren't really like that and stuff. And how the dad finally opened his eyes and saw the outer facial beauty and just how he had his daughter dressed and everything, and came to the realization that she isn't really who he thinks she is and stuff. I thought that was really really cute. So I also love that, and I love how the dad realized just how much Lee Jung-suk loves Park Shin-hye, and I feel the dad is gonna be one of the huge shippers in future, and he's definitely team Lee Jung-suk, and he's definitely gonna go against the mom for Lee Jung-suk. So I'm really excited to see how they go along with that. But something that I didn't like, and I said I knew this was coming, and it definitely they showed it, was the brother losing his kindness and going all out for revenge, and we saw the sign of it in this episode. So I'm really not looking forward to that because I just like the cute, simple, innocent brother. So it's gonna be really sad to see how he changes because of so much hatred that's gonna be put in him, and how he's gonna want so much revenge that it might just lead him astray. And I hope that the writer doesn't kill him off or anything like that, and nothing bad happens to him and he comes back to his senses really fast. But it's gonna be really interesting though to see how Lee Jung-suk handles this whole situation, because he's been compressing and letting the whole situation of his dad lie and sleep and his hatred for In-he's mom lie and sleep, while his love for her has been increasing. But now he's faced with this big huge news that brings back the hate that he has for In-he's mom. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see if he doesn't put his anger on In-he like he did when he was young, or if he actually does put his anger on her. But from like what we saw in the preview, I'm suspecting they're gonna date and he's not gonna put the anger on her, so I'm hoping that's what happens. But it's gonna be pretty interesting to see how this whole works out, and I'm really excited to see when In-he is actually gonna find out what her mom did. But I really liked that the guy realized immediately, the media guy, who Lee Jung-suk was, and that they've met before and stuff. So that was pretty interesting. I can't wait for him to find out that he's actually the kid that they thought died with the mom, and he's actually alive, and see if his guilt trips him into doing the right thing, or he just keeps quiet and just observes. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see. Also, the mom, I really hope she's not planning on taking Park Shin-hye into her company when Park Shin-hye, if and when Park Shin-hye fails this interview, because when they were having that meeting, they said they needed a factor that was gonna up their channel against the channel that Park Shin-hye went to interview for. So I feel that she might, and she was thinking of a factor that's just gonna up it, and I feel she might want to use Park Shin-hye as, oh, we have a reporter that has Pinocchio syndrome, when she wasn't actually thinking about it before. And I'm just gonna be really mad if that happens, and I really hope she doesn't do that. And even if she does that, I hope Park Shin-hye tells her, you're my mom, but this is, I want nothing to do with you. But yeah, I think it will be pretty interesting to see how that whole works out. But I love this week's episode, even with the whole sadness and all. I just love how they finally realized that their dad is not the bad person that the media has been making him to be, and they might have doubted him. And so now they're completely convinced, and they can trust their dad and cherish that memory and realize that he truly did do good, and he was who they always thought he was. So I just thought that was really precious, even though it was really sad and stuff. But yeah, I really loved this week's episode. I love the pace of this drama. This drama just keeps getting better and better and better and better and better, and gets me all hyped. So I'm really excited for episode 5 tomorrow, and yeah, I can't wait to see what happens in the love life of In-he and her uncle that isn't really her uncle. But it'll be pretty interesting, like I said before, to see the dynamics, because you're not meant to date your uncle, right? Even though you're not blood relations. So I would like to see how they work on all that in the Korean society and all that. So yeah, let me know what you thought about it in comments down below. For me, I loved it. It was really sad, but I loved it. And don't forget to give this video a like, don't forget to share, subscribe, and keep being awesome, beautiful people you are. From me to you, you know I've got something below for you. Peace.